The Combat Matrix and THAC0 were all about how you dish out punishment, but in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, knowing how to take it is just as important. In First Edition, a saving throw isn't just a mechanical hurdle, it's the final line of defense between a legendary hero and a permanent spot in a graveyard. Welcome to another DragonLance Saga episode. My name is Adam, and today I'm going to demystify saving throws in Advanced Dungeons & Dragons. I'd like to take a moment and thank the DL Saga members and Patreon patrons, and invite you to consider becoming a member or patron. You can even pick up Advanced Dungeons & Dragons and Dragonlance Media, or get $10 by signing up to start playing games using my affiliate links. I'm referencing the Player's Handbook, the Dungeon Master's Guide, the Monster's Manual, and the Unearthed Arcana for this information. If I leave anything out or misspeak, please leave a comment below. Today we are diving into the 5 categories of doom, also known as saving throws. In modern editions, a saving throw is usually tied to your raw physical or mental stats, like a strength or wisdom save. But in First Edition, as detailed in the Dungeon Master's Guide and Player's Handbook, a saving throw isn't about what you are, it's about what is trying to kill you. In Advanced Dungeons & Dragons, saving throws represent a character's ability to avoid or withstand the effects of magical or extraordinary attacks. Unlike modern games where every attribute has a corresponding save, 1E uses 5 specific categories found on the saving throw matrices. These are paralyzation, poison, or death magic, petrification or polymorph, rod, staff, or wand, breath weapon, and finally, spells. This system reinforces the simulation aspect of the game. A high-level fighter is better at resisting poison, not because they have a high constitution score, but because their body has been hardened by years of adventuring in the most toxic environments imaginable. It is an earned resilience rather than a raw genetic trait. The order of these categories is not random. They're actually ranked by their priority or specificity. If a character is targeted by an effect that can technically fall into multiple categories, the Dungeon Master's Guide instructs the referee to use the most specific one. For example, if a wizard uses a wand of polymorphing on you, you don't save versus spells. You save versus rod, staff, or wand, because the source of the magic is a physical device. This distinction is vital, because different classes have vastly different success rates across these categories. A magic user might be terrible at dodging a dragon's breath weapon, but they are masters at resisting direct spells. Class identity is deeply woven into these numbers, and Unearthed Arcana expands this even further. Clerics, for instance, have the best saves against death magic and poison, reflecting their divine protection. Dwarves, gnomes, and halflings take this a step further with their innate racial resistances. For every 3.5 points of constitution, these races get a +1 bonus to their saving throws against poison and magical attacks like wands, staves, and spells. If you look at the barbarian class in Unearthed Arcana, you see the simulation style at its peak. Barbarians start with a massive +4 bonus to saving throws against magic simply because they are too superstitious and stubborn to let a spell take hold. As they become more civilized and level up, this bonus actually decreases, eventually settling at a +1 at 11th level. Meanwhile, Cavaliers and Paladins gain a total immunity to magical fear and receive bonuses against illusion and charm spells for every 4 levels they gain, representing a literal will of iron. Magic also plays a significant role in your survival. While armor class protects you from physical swings, magic armor and shields actually provide a bonus to your saving throws in many cases. According to the Dungeon Master's Guide, the plus of your magic armor or shield is added to saving throws against attacks that would otherwise be mitigated by that armor, such as a fireball or a lightning bolt. This makes magical gear twice as valuable as it appears on the surface, acting as a literal magical ward for the wearer. However, survival in First Edition isn't just about your character's skin. Your equipment is just as vulnerable. If you look at the saving throw matrix for items in the Dungeon Master's Guide, you'll find that every piece of gear, from your cloak to your crystal ball, has its own breaking point. If you're struck by a fireball or a dragon's breath and fail your save, your gear must check as well. A glass potion bottle might survive a fall, but it has almost no chance against a blast of magical fire. If you roll a natural 1 on your save, the Dungeon Master's Guide suggests that you are hit squarely, which can trigger saving throws for multiple categories of items you are carrying. This adds a level of consequence to combat that makes you truly value your magical treasures, as even a successful save for the character doesn't guarantee their inventory remains intact. Finally, we have to talk about the ultimate barrier: magical resistance. As detailed in the Monster Manual and Unearthed Arcana, magic resistance isn't just another saving throw, it's a separate wall that magic must climb before a saving throw is even allowed. Magic resistance is a percentage chance for a spell to simply fail to affect a creature. For monsters and for player races like the Drow or Sverfneblin, the DM rolls percentile dice first. If the spell is resisted, it simply dissipates. Only if the magical resistance fails does the creature then roll its standard saving throw. Interestingly, this resistance is often tied to the level of the caster. The standard magical resistance listed in the Monster Manual is typically based on an 11th level caster. For every level the caster is above or below 11th, the resistance is adjusted by 5%, making a high-level archmage significantly better at piercing a monster's innate defenses. Ultimately, the saving throw in 1st edition is the final line of defense between a hero and an ignominious end. It creates those legendary, high-tension moments where everything comes down to a single d20 roll against a flat target number. There's no mass stacking, no proficiency bonus to save you, just your character's experience and a bit of luck. And that is all the time I have to talk about saving throws today. Do you prefer the source-based saves of 1st edition or the ability-based saves of modern Dungeons & Dragons? Do you have a favorite save or die story from your table? Feel free to email me at info@dlsaga.com or leave a comment below. I would like to take a moment and remind you to subscribe to this YouTube channel, ring the bell to get notified about upcoming videos, and click the like button. This all goes to help other Dragonlance fans learn about this channel and its content. Thank you for watching. This has been Adam with DragonLance Saga, and until next time, remember, games give you a chance to excel, and if you're playing in good company, you don't even mind if you lose, because you had the enjoyment of the company during the course of the game.